It's all gone a bit weird. Not normal Hutton weird. Weird. The place smells of garlic, onions, and some odd cheese. No, hold on, that's just me as feet. The rest of the station smells fine, which is weird in itself. The locals are all speaking in some weird archaic language too. They're shouting things like bonjour, ça va, and où est la bibliothèque? It's all very confusing. Wakers Wigs are dragging Norma's Bog Spaniel security dogs off the parade, shaving them and putting them back outside, looking like the galaxy's angriest pom-poms. Gusto the clown has also gone for a different look. This week he has an all-white face, blackberry and a stripy jumper. Oh, he's a mime. He's very good and he's doing all the classics. Walking in the wind, climbing a ladder, and I'm not sure what he's miming now. It looks a bit... Let's move on. Oh, I see what's causing all the commotion. There's a banner across the parade saying, Nous allons tout à La Rochelle. We're all going to La Rochelle. Just then, the tannoy cracks into life and the voice says, La Rochelle is a dump. We're not staying. That is all. Everyone is a bit crestfallen, but then one plucky local pipes up. Ah well, let's see what's on la telly. When the big screen warms up, we see an image of a young woman in a beige mac and berry. She leans in close to the screen and says, Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once. Our Macs are live.
Good evening, I'm Wilma Fingadoo and I'm looking for the portrait of the Fallen Madonna with the Big Boobies by Van Klomp.
I'm your Harkness and I believe it is in the candle with the handle and the gatter from the chateau.
I'm Norma Snockers. The knobs, they are flashing.
I'm Sandy Crevice. I was pissing by the door when I hear the old talking. It is half-past 8 though, so let's get on with the headlines. Wake up, there's a war on.
Hudson hopes hindered by auditors' actions.
Too Hot Too Messy gets its bus pass.
Mooncake meets number 2 movie sensation.
Hutton is expanding and the elastic's on critical.
There are a few things in the galaxy that strike terror into the heart of a Hutton trucker. Maybe docking denied when they're desperate to use the loo. Or maybe the realisation that they'd left their mug back in their quarters at the Orbital and were about to embark on a rescue operation for a system in outbreak. Or possibly the noise of an empty Centauri Megagin bottle makes when you put it down, when you've got guests coming. Or a sink that needs unblocking. But all of these pale into near insignificance when compared with the latest terror to reach Hutton pilots. The sound, and it's been a while since it's been heard in the bubble, of Graham Snuggles McKeague's awfully big klaxon. Imagine the scene. You're going about your daily Hutton business, maybe hopping from planet to planet, sticking your thingy out at the latest absurdly shaped and obviously rude piece of exobiology. You jump back in your SRV, and the next thing you know, there are flashing lights and alarms going off everywhere. Or you're peacefully flying around an asteroid belt looking for palladium or painite with a side order of bertrandite, and then your seat starts vibrating with the silent alarm. before all the hatches slam shut, and then the klaxon goes off. All at the same time as your seismic charges turn that really big space rock into a much smaller set of space rocks. Yes, it's war. We're not shocked there is one. It happens. Someone decides they don't like fluffy belly rubs and a wet nose, and instead wants to go all gold thrones and whips and chains. Or maybe they quite like the idea of being run by a committee. The kind of committee that never votes against the person in charge. Anyway, that's not the alarming bit. The alarming bit is that given that the first one to four wins a war, we've let it get far enough that we're 3-2 down. Or we were last time we looked. And the location? Well, you'll have to check in later in the bulletin when we have a report from our stunt stand-in roving reporter. When, of course, they've deciphered Chicks' notes and had a quick costume change after the klaxon caused a full brown alert.
To add to federal candidate and incumbent President Hudson's wars, there are reports that a number of formerly federal systems surrounding Seoul have opened investigations and, having drawn immediate conclusions, close them again with a slam into Hudson's financial affairs. It isn't often broadcast or remembered, but there are corners of Hutton space that were once owned by the Federation, and after they left, boxes and boxes of data slates, printouts and information were left in all sorts of strange places. Under the stairs, strewn all over the docking bays, stuffed behind the toilet, you name it. In their hurry to leave after losing their deposits and in fear of the squads of biomechanically enhanced cyborg Norma Spaniel security officers roaming the station looking for dissenters, they appear to have left most of Hutton's bank statements behind. It's only now, years later, and after detailed forensic study of these documents, that Hutton can exclusively reveal that Hudson, federal president, was hiding quite a number of skeletons in his closets. Some of the main discoveries relate to backhander payments to local pirate factions for services rendered, with the subtext, re-operation No Mugs Please We're Federal. Then, of course, there appears to be the ongoing payments from a company called Big Red Bubble, marked genuine, not a knockoff or robbed Hutton mugs, appearing to line his pockets with vast amounts of cash at the expense of the many hundreds who benefit from Hutton generosity. And finally, hidden behind the bank statements are a series of records that show President Hudson has inflated just about everything he could get his hands on. His bank balance, a couple of purchases from wonders called Justin and Chantal, with startled expressions on their faces and complete with puncture repair kits, his height. He claims he's just shy of 7 feet tall and that any pictures that don't show it are clearly just taken from an awkward angle or when he's standing in a 2-foot hole in the ground. Oh, and his ego. He paid to have that surgically inflated, something which of course has left him with the bloated sense of self-importance that his voters know and love, or else. We've submitted copies of all these documents to the overseeing authority for the forthcoming federal elections. We put a stamp on them and everything.
Too Hot Too Messy has reached week... Who wrote this? Has reached week 60 weeks, it says here. I think I'll start that again. Too Hot Too Messy has reached week 60. And although we haven't cracked 100,000 deliveries yet, we're closing in. Current stats put us at just over 97,000 mugs and 96,000 gen. God, that's a lot of places that don't allow gen. Commander Chicks continues his tour and on the edges of known space, spending time in La Rochelle eating gastropods by the little yellow truckload, scoffing anatidae parts and, of course, the various aperitifs which accompany said delicacies. Galweb access is notoriously unreliable in that part of the bubble, so we thought we'd leave him to it. There are no new additions to the 1000 Club again this week, but Norbert Pattenard is doing a bang-up job and has overtaken Stereo MD to be our closest candidate. 299 commanders have contributed to the effort so far. Go on, why don't you become number 300? Zulu Romeo has really pulled out the stops this week, moving from 203rd place to 113th place for mug deliveries this week. That's a jump of 90 positions. Nice work, Commander. Now, if we could just get Alex Zuno to take her eyes off the crosshairs for a moment, she could deliver just one mug and move from 297th place to 283rd. Or she could do the full Hadji and jump about 100 places by delivering just 24 mugs. Light traffic approaching Hutton this week. If you are popping out for some mugs and gin, you will get green lights all the way and you should have no problems with parking. This week's Hutton run stats are Steve King with 2 runs at 1 hour 24 minutes and 15 seconds, Norbert Pattenard at 1 hour 24 minutes 36 seconds, and Core Badger at 1 hour 34 minutes and 10 seconds.
The latest GullTube sensation has been hitting social media channels this week, and copies have already been found strewn around the galaxy's data terminals and hiding on little data sticks in cupboards on atmospheric and barren worlds throughout the bubble. Whilst cat videos have been a thing for hundreds of years, clogging up even the most casual of browsing of popular videos and recommendations on GalTube, GalBook and GalTwat, plus the now defunct InstaSpam and Ribbit, the latest sensation has kicked off a new wave of enthusiasm for feline shenanigans. Yes, Mooncake has hit the big time. The first video, Mooncake Meets the Postie, boasted a few tens of millions of views and made Mooncake an instant millionaire, which, given that almost everyone in the galaxy has a few billions, isn't much, but it'll keep her in kibble for quite a while. Whether it's appropriate to laugh at a 200-kilo spotted cat dropping from a tree onto the unsuspecting Postie's head before very playfully attempting to relieve him of things of great importance, like his insides, most of his skin, clothes, and of course his postbag, is an important question, but not one for this channel. Follow-ups include Mooncake Takes the Bus and Cats in Space.
Welcome to the BGS update. Well, it's hard to know where to start really. Oh, I know. How about the bin fire that is WISE 0844 0715 with boom, civil liberty, terrorism and expansion all at once? It's busier than a system that size has any right to be. I mean, it's sitting at 66%, but I expect the expansion will bring that down. The thing is, where will we expand to? Will it land us somewhere with a lovely Earth-like world and one of those stations that's all white inside with palm trees in the docks? Or will it be some dump with end-to-end ice worlds, an asteroid field full of pirates and bertrandite, and a mining station that looks like an overfilled skip and smells of stale farts? I think we know, don't we? Yeah, turns out we're in La Rochelle, which sounds like some backwater Bayou town, but it's exactly where it is, with a gas giant, a single high metal content world, and two industrial outposts. I don't think we'll be pursuing that one anyway, but since it's already owned by the Equestrian Naval Fleet, we'll definitely leave this one alone. Equestrian Naval Fleet? Is that like horse-drawn Type 9s? Can you get a spacesuit for horses? Anyway, other high rollers are LHS 340, Luyton 145-141, PSPF LF2, Wolf 359 and Wolf 562. It's all about the boom and expansion this week. Well, it was. At the bottom end of the Hutton systems are, well, a lot of stuff. The noteworthy ones are Barnard Star on 36%, but currently dealing with civil liberty, expansion, infrastructure failure and investment. I can't be sure what that means, but I suspect they'll need lots of stuff, and someone's always willing to pay you to bring it in. Epsilon Indy and Stein 2051 could also do with a bit of work to keep them afloat. For Colonia, Grand Moff Hanky says work in Tyr and Deriso. So, if you want to shoot something, everyone's at war in Ross 671, which Cuddles McKeague mentioned earlier, and there's another little war in LHS 3531. If you want to truck stuff, then most of our systems are in boom, so help yourself, as long as you avoid those high roller systems. That's all.
It's a green room week.
Greenless. I mean seamless.
So did anyone see the live stream?
Hello?
There was a live stream?
What live stream?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that live stream.
That question.
No, I missed it. But to be fair, on the plus side, they didn't cancel a live stream today.
Yeah, there has been one this month. So, you know. Yeah.
Which is, you know, more than what we get most
Pretty good.
months.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we had last month. And the month before that. And the month before that.
But what we do have this week is space news.
Space news!
news.
Da, da, da,
Space
da, da, da.
news! Ba, 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 ba.
Space news.
I'll do the first one.
Okay.
Big mad rocket spotted in Glasgow. Not your usual Friday night rocket either. This one was an actual rocket, or a replica of the Virgin Launcher 1.
Is that the one that went bust?
That's the one that went pop, yeah.
Yeah.
This one this one was in less pieces than the original. And it was there for Spaces for Everyone kind of, it looked like some kind of recruiting space industry event thing. So
She's got the t-shirt and everything.
She's got a t-shirt and everything. She's been there, seen the rocket, bought the t-shirt.
Yeah.
This is fairly typical of Glasgow then. They find a rocket that they only launched once. It hit the ocean instead of the sky, and then the company that built it went bust.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
did it go
cool.
bust as well?
Yeah, it's Virgin Orbit, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, you probably get that rocket cheap then.
That's probably where they used it.
Yes. So anyway, I was going through Glasgow when I went through and had a look at it last Saturday, and it's quite impressive.
Did you take the photo?
You know, I took a few photos, yeah. It's sort of big and rocket-like and white and
Phallic shaped.
Phallic shaped, yeah. Well, it's not as phallic shaped as the Amazon one that's got a big knob on the end of it. Yeah. But it's fairly phallic shaped, yeah. So I got a couple of pictures of that. Went, ooh, nice rocket. But it was too early in the morning to see any events or anything like that. So I kind of moved on with my life.
Ah,
Yeah.
as you do.
But yeah, rockets in Glasgow. Who knew?
Woo.
Yay!
Whee!
Next up, Scotland's answer to Elon Musk's SpaceX is taking shape. And it's only a few months away from launching.
Yes.
Shetlanders in space.
Shetlanders in space!
Nice!
Oh, he looks depressed, that guy.
He has to
He
live in
does, doesn't he?
Shetland. Of course he looks depressed.
He looks so upset.
Let's have a look. I need to see
He's
this
obviously
guy.
not a whiskey drinker.
No. Volodymyr Levikin.
That's just the look of someone who lives in Shetland. That's just. They're like, oh.
He looks so peed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lives in Shetland.
Comparing them to Elon Musk.
Like someone's just pushed a button, like a big red button that says "Do not push."
Yeah. And somebody's just pushed it and he's gone, what did I just tell you? I just told you don't press that
Actually,
button.
that
And
look
wait,
is
you
more the
just
look
don't-
of somebody that's just seen the button that says "Do not push" fall off the wall.
Yeah. And land button side down so it sort of pressed itself.
Yeah.
It's at the floor.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
So what is this? What is this all about then?
They're building a spaceport in the Shetlands.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, if you're going to build a spaceport, you know,
Build it as far north and away from the equator as you can. Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
sorry, I'm gonna.
They're saying apparently Shetland is one of the, that kind of area is one of the best places for launching rockets. Just seem to think it's a great place for launching rockets.
If you're going for polar orbits, it's really good because there's nothing north of it, so you've got open ocean and then ice, and if it goes horribly wrong, you're not killing people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But isn't, because of weather conditions and everything up there, isn't it a little less pristine for...
Yeah, well, you're not going to hit a tree, that's for sure. They haven't got
Maybe
any.
a sheep.
Well,
Maybe a
the
bit of
trees are
grass.
in Norway. Yeah.
Oh, I love that guy. He just looks so...
Yeah.
Yeah,
He looks
does,
how
doesn't
I feel every day.
We should make him the face of the Hutton tourist board. Oh dear. So yeah, it says they're hoping to take on SpaceX. I think that might be a slight exaggeration.
I'm a little concerned about that picture though. Not so much the face, but if you look a little bit lower down, he's turned his zip into tassels.
Yeah, he has. He's getting nipple tassel zips. Yeah, why are they both halfway across? What are you on?
I'm sorry, I know I should be looking at the eye level, but I just couldn't help but notice that.
Yeah.
No, that's all I'm looking at.
He's standing looking at the guy take the picture going, mate, my eyes are up here.
Maybe that's what put the look on his face. He knew the camera was focusing on them down there.
Oh, he's from the ESA. That's a bloody shame.
No. It says he's easy.
Yeah. Sky Nora, boss. Vladimir Levikin. Yeah.
Vulcarius in chat says that he thinks he knows what the problem with the guy's expression is.
Yeah.
He says you'd be annoyed too if you couldn't pronounce your own name.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, I'm going to mute myself a second.
Vulcarius, I think you just broken our tech for the day.
Yes, which is great.
Thank you.
So anyway, that's it. Yeah, Shetland is, and if you look at the next piece of stuff that we have, this is a list because there's more than one. This is a list of UK spaceports on the gov.uk website. Yes.
Is that it?
That one's finished. Yeah, we're moving on.
Am I looking at the right part?
Spaceport 1. Yeah.
Because this website doesn't have any pictures, so...
No, it doesn't have any pictures.
No,
What it
this
does have
is a
list of
boring government
spaceports.
website. Spaceport.
Do you know the one that
Spaceport
gets me though? Glasgow, Prestwick, Spaceport. Glasgow and Prestwick are two different places. They're two. I mean, if you look, Prestwick is in Ayrshire, and Glasgow is in Lanarkshire. They are not the same place. It's like, I don't know. It's like calling it London Birmingham Spaceport. Just annoys me.
They do ask a very important question.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
And there's one in Snowdonia.
Quite higher.
Yeah.
Ah.
All the elevation you get helps. It's that bit less that you need to fly.
Let's have a look.
There's quite a few.
Aboard. Yeah. Shetland Islands. Aye, there's at least two in the Shetland Islands. And Spaceport Cornwall, but we won't talk about Spaceport Cornwall. Not after
Maybe the Glasgow Prestwick one is that they're taking off from one of those places and will crash into the other if they go wrong.
It's going to take off from Prestwick, but right now the rocket's lying in Glasgow. That annoys me. It's like Glasgow, Edinburgh Airport. No. Oh dear. Spaceport 1. That's a big claim. Where are you?
Spaceport...
That's the Outer Hebrides.
Machrihanish.
How do you pronounce that one?
It's very Scottish.
In Campbelltown.
Yeah. So yeah, the spaceport's up in Scotland.
Prestwick.
Spaceport Machrihanish. Yeah, where everybody walks about like Vladimir because you'd be annoyed too if you couldn't say the name of your own spaceport.
Hey, why so sad? Machrihanish.
Yes. So it looks like there's like... I'm having a look, and it looks like there's one in England, or Cornwall, depends on your outlook.
Well, they want independence, don't they, Cornwall?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the thing. Look, there's one in Cornwall, wants independence. One in Wales wants independence, and about 6 or 7 in Scotland want independence. Like, fuck you, we've got rockets now, beat it.
Yeah, but to be fair, imagine if they had Spaceport Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
They'd roll it out to the pad. They'd go back to do the 10-second countdown, and somebody would have nicked it.
Yeah, the rocket will be up in
Would have been
bricks.
propped up on bricks. I thought we had guidance fins. Nah, just bricks, mate.
No engine in it anymore. Like, how the fuck did they steal a rocket engine?
Oh my god.
I found it, man. Telling you. Yeah. But, yeah, look, I mean, Shetland is just covered in fucking spaceports. I mean, they call them spaceports. I don't think they're what we imagine a spaceport would be like. I think it's going to be like, a shed.
I want to see a spaceport now because it seems as though we've got quite a few in the UK.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do a road trip. Visit them all.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We'd hire a bus or something and pick up all the truckers around the UK as we went.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Don't forget though that Spaceport Cornwall is where the Virgin one launched from, which means it's a runway.
Yeah.
It
several
still
of
counts.
those are similarly deceitful.
It's probably one runway more than the rest have got.
Yeah, fair point.
I'm having a wee look. What is that peninsula?
The Spaceport one is located on Sculphague Farm.
Yes.
Farm.
Space Hub Shetland's on.
Farm.
Yes. Space Hub Shetland's on Armahone Peninsula in Sutherland, Scotland. It's on a peninsula.
Operational summer 2024, but only once they've cleared the sheep away.
Yes, aye.
It's very British.
Yeah. I know the Americans have all these fucking massive 500-foot high assembly buildings and rockets as far as the eye can see. And then you come to the British one, you go, yeah, it's that farm over there, mate. Don't go across the grass, it's a bit swampy this time of year.
The facilities include intra and inter-site high-capacity secure comms.
Nice.
Intra-site, that's on-site, they can talk to each other.
Yes, really securely.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
On-site to each other.
On site and the farm.
Impressive.
That means
This is sheep pen 1 to cattle shed 2. Come in, over.
It's gonna be a CB radio.
It's gonna be a CB.
It's secure because nobody else uses them.
It's going to be a guy leaning out the window and shouting. There's nobody else in the Shetlands to hear them.
Listen, Spaceport Machrihanish. Launch mode, horizontal, vertical, and high altitude platform. They can do the plane launch stuff.
Woo!
Orbital inclinations, sun synchronous and polar orbits. I'm seeing a lot of polar orbit kind of thing. Payload capacity, variable. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, these things are all 50-odd degrees north, and that's quite a long way north from the equator.
Yes. I have a wee look, and if everything went on plan, they would have been doing small rocketry from 2021, engine test in 2022, cryo systems.
Hang on,
and
they were launching
R&D
rockets a year before they tested the engines.
Yes.
I'm impressed.
Yes, that's small rocketry. That's fireworks.
Oh, right, yeah. So
facilities, Campbelltown Airport. Right, so we think it might be at Campbelltown Airport. It might actually be Campbelltown Airport. Verification and validation facilities. Right. Offices, workshop, hangarage. Hang garage.
I'm just waiting for one of these other facilities. Tea and coffee on a trolley service will be provided.
Yes. Oh, they got a 1.4 kilometre runway. That's pretty nifty.
That is pretty impressive.
Yeah, hangarage, specialist fueling facilities, engine test area, extensive workshop and office space, training centre, conference facilities. Oh, we've got to have an ECM there. It's Spaceport Machrihanish. On-site accommodation. Oh, well, there you go.
You need to check it out for us.
Yeah. It's a bit fun.
That would be an awesome place for an ECM.
Yes.
Wouldn't it though?
I bet they've got good internet as well.
Well, they've got intra and inter-site secure comms.
Yes, breaker 19. I've got a smoky on the comms.
Oh god. So this next link, it just says someone's trying to talk to Hutton.
Yep, they are.
And what is this then?
Look it through.
I'll close that up.
This is about somebody designing and planning a fleet of micro satellites to send a signal to Proxima Centauri,
Ooh.
which, as you know, is where Hutton orbits. It's part of the Breakthrough Starshot initiative, where they're working out how we could, with more or less existing technology, get a space probe to Proxima in our lifetimes.
That's interesting. How many satellites? Do you know?
Lots. It's a huge constellation.
Oh,
The whole point is it's
illustrations.
some pretty pictures in there. The plan to get the probe there is a massive solar sail with a few grams of space probe,
Now
and then use ground-based lasers to actually propel it.
that image there looks to me like they're trying to build a solar sail for the Earth.
No, that's the lasers on the Earth, not the strings.
Laser.
And we're gonna just sort of like ride the solar winds on our planet towards
Like that, yeah.
towards Alpha Centauri.
Well,
no,
there's
sorry,
nothing worth staying here for.
Was it Proxima?
Proxima.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Proxima
When you
Centauri.
say that sounds weird, but it's not. I think Stephen Hawking was involved in this before he died. Well, before he died, not after he died. After he died,
Yeah.
he wasn't contributing as much. But before he
Probably
died,
less.
he was involved because they
Yeah,
were talking
a
about
lot of people from the
and they
Planetary
reckon
Society were.
They reckon they could get it up to 0.2 of light speed, which would mean it would take something. It would only take a few years to get there.
Yeah.
Something like 20 years to get there.
Like I say, gets there in our lifetime.
Gets there in their lifetime. Yeah.
There's-
Not mine, because I'm in Scotland. I'm Glaswegian, so.
Yeah,
There's some
the-
there's some scientist in a lab somewhere saying, if we build this big sail with
We
lots
built
of
this massive
strings,
sail, right?
The latest on solar sails is that they reckon that a suitably equipped solar sail could do the run from Earth to Mars in about 24 days,
that's
Okay.
quick.
instead of the slightly over a year that they're going to be doing with chemical rockets. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
But they would.
How would they slow down again?
solar sail. They're actually surprisingly versatile things. You can tack with them like you can with a sailing boat and things like that. So,
That's incredible when you think about it, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
like what charged particles that are propelling that.
charged particles and photons. Photons may not have any mass, but when there's enough of them, they actually exert pressure.
That is absolutely mad.
But yeah,
That's
this
proper
article
sci-fi
is
stuff,
about
though, isn't it?
how you get messages back from the space probe, which only weighs a few grams once you get it all the way to Proxima. Because
Yeah.
being able to get it there is not much use if it can't send anything back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because you want it to take a picture and send something back. You know, you want it to take a picture or
It'd be
something.
nice. It'd
Yeah.
be nice.
But I dare say if it does that, it's coming back in what, about 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, in a bit.
With this.
Yeah, it's about 3 light years away. So
Oh,
yeah,
is,
about
is
20.
it close? Proxima's closer, is it?
Yeah, that's why it's called Proxima.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. No.
Yeah, we used to think that Alpha Centauri A and B was the closest star to Earth. Then somebody realised it was actually probably a trinary system, and
Yeah.
discovered Proxima, and it's closer. Not by
Okay.
much, but a little bit, and every bit
But
counts.
that's not even going to take that long at all, then.
In fact, amazingly enough, it's about 0.22 light years closer.
No. Don't
What-
even go
What
there.
are the odds?
What are the odds? That can't be right. Yeah, sometimes it's only 0.21.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's fake news.
Imagine that, and all they send back is a picture of somebody's arse.
They leave the lens cap on.
Yeah. Oh, they leave the lens cap on. Aye. That was the one they were talking about when they sent James Webb up, wasn't it? It was like removed before flight. It was.
Yes.
Aye.
Actually, we shouldn't
not-
joke. The first 2 probes that the Russians managed to land on Venus took photographs of their lens caps before they
Oh
failed.
no! And then exploded or imploded.
Well, melted. Yeah.
melted.
To be fair, the lens caps were meant to be in place and were meant to be jettisoned once it got down. One of them didn't eject at all, and the other one didn't eject far enough and ended up resting against the lens.
No.
Ah, that sucks.
Little bit unlucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's like 100%
Little.
unlucky.
It's fine Russian engineering. Don't know what you mean.
Yes. I think they did get some pictures of. Did they get pictures of the surface of Venus?
Sorry,
Uh,
I just
Third
had that.
one did, I think.
I just had that flashback from that movie Armageddon. American components, Russian components, all made in Taiwan.
All made in Taiwan! And then it's like a hammer. You're like, okay, Russian engineering.
So, that's all the space news we have.
But that is some pretty hefty space news, let's be honest.
That is pretty cool space news.
Yeah, so everybody listen out for a signal.
So, do we have a mug winner?
Do we have a mug winner?
I've just realised I haven't asked him yet. I'll just ask him.
Oh, right. We'll see if we can come back to that.
Yeah.
Do we have a word of the week?
We do have a word of the
We
week.
need secure intersite comms, don't we?
We do. Intersite or intrasite?
Intersite.
Intersite, yes.
Yeah, so we can
Word of the
snap.
week.
Yes.
Word of the week this week is odious.
Odious. And what does that mean?
It means,
That's the dog in Garfield. I know that one.
how dare you. It means extremely unpleasant or repulsive.
Oh, and can you use it in a sentence, please?
I can indeed. Despite floor mopping guy's best efforts, the approach to Cubicle 3 was still so odious it made people's eyes water.
And can we have that spelling in the chat for Commander
I'm just
Volcarius?
copying it now. I shall post it in. I'm sure this is a word that
He already knows
he already
and
knows.
uses
Somebody's used the word.
frequently.
Yeah,
I'm
it has
sure he
been
already knows
used.
it, but now he's got to use it in the green room.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that difficult. It's not a difficult one.
No,
Hey,
it's not an odious task, that one, is it?
oh Jesus Christ! Right, what do you call an aardvark from Winterfell?
Dead.
Jeff.
No, nothing. Winterfell's climate is too cold and would kill off any aardvarks except Jeff, who knows to wear a parka. Aardvark!
Aardvark!
Advert.
Oh, do we have a mug winner?
I think
Not
he
yet.
asked that.
Not
Shout is
yet.
never that
No.
fast.
Not yet.
All right, well, maybe we'll come back to that before the green room.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
completely
we'll come
forgot
back
to ask.
Yeah.
Very
Are
bad.
you ready, Flossy, for the CG news? Oh god.
Yes, I'm ready. What's that?
He forgot to tell you is what you mean. You didn't forget to ask, he forgot to tell you.
Well, there's that as well.
Yeah.
It's Flossy. It's Flossy. It's Flossy. It's Flossy. And the community goes.
Hello, Flossy here with this week's CG News. There were no CGs last week, so nothing to report on that. This week we have 2 new CGs, deliver resources for extraction missile manufacture and protect deliveries to Senlu. Aegis has requested materials to construct subsurface extraction missiles that recover imprisoned humans from the Titans. Professor Albert Tesreau, head of Aegis, announced. Using blueprints provided by Sirius Corporation, engineering teams have worked around the clock to modify subsurface displacement munitions. These adaptations enable the projectiles to breach sections of the Titan's hulls and jettison the biostorage capsules embedded within. We could spend the next few months in a testing cycle, and ideally that would be the case. But lives are at risk, and we can't be sure how much time our missing have. Therefore, we have approved mass production of these subsurface extraction missiles. Industrial materials are urgently needed to establish assembly centres so that we can distribute them as rapidly as possible. Princess Aisling Duval, who is coordinating the Empire's involvement with Aegis, transmitted a personal message. My heart goes out to the families and friends of the millions unaccounted for following the Thargoid invasions, but I urge you all to hold on to the hope of seeing your loved ones again. With this breakthrough, we finally have a chance to rescue some of those poor souls. Nobody doubts that this will be dangerous, and yet if this war has proved anything, it's that we can rise to any challenge when we work together. Aegis has requested shipments of CMM composites, neofabric insulation and osmium to be delivered to Springer Gateway in the Senlu system. Also, to protect transport, bounty vouchers for all wanted ships in the system will be redeemed by the Green Party of Senlu at Springer Gateway in the Senlu system. As an additional incentive, participating commanders in each CG will receive top 75% Federal Gunship Aegis Garrison Paint Job, Alliance Cruiser Aegis Garrison Paint Job, and Imperial Clipper Aegis Garrison Paint Job. Top 50%, one subsurface extraction missile, and top 25%, two subsurface extraction missiles. The campaign begins on the 28th of September and will run for 1 week. If the final target is met earlier than planned, the campaign will end immediately. To earn rewards, you must sign up as an active participant before delivering CMM composites, neofabric insulation and osmium, or handing in bounty vouchers to Springer Gateway in the Senlu system. And that's it for this week's CG News.
Flossy told you what to do.
And now we hand over to the Rene and Renata of news. Saving all their new, it's Beetlejude and Wotherspoon with the Galnet News Digest.
Galnet News Update, 28th of September 3309. Aegis is sufficiently confident in the viability of the Sirius Corporation's proposed method of freeing those held captive by the Thargoids that it is rushing straight into production, and they need your help. The Sirius Corporation has provided plans to convert the subsurface displacement missile, a mining tool that burrows through rock to get to a mineral deposit, then explodes, ejecting the minerals into space at high velocity, into something that can crack through the Thargoid Titan hull and then gently lead a chain of bobbing biostorage capsules safely back to the surface without vaporizing the capsule's human contents. Building on these plans, Aegis has prepared working prototypes and now plans to move into full production just as soon as an assembly plant can be commissioned. It is to enable the creation of this production line that it has appealed for commanders to deliver CMM composites, neofabric insulation, and osmium to Springer Gateway in the Senlu system. Apparently, production lines are made of such things. Scouts who must eat more carrots than the Galnet News Digest team have apparently used the newly upgraded Xenopulse Wave scanner to identify the location of the trapped humans in the Titans. These are people who have been abducted from systems invaded by the Thargoids during the current invasion. Princess Aisling Duval urged the relatives of the missing millions to take heart that at least some of those taken prisoner by the Thargoids will be rescued, without being turned into a superheated liquid. Meanwhile, the fight back against the invasion continues to go well, but with some signs we may be approaching a point of equilibrium. There are just 105 Thargoid-controlled systems that used to have human presence, with 5 human systems under alert and 5 under invasion. The Thargoids control 481 systems in all, 13 fewer than last week.
That is such a cool sound. Thank you, Beetlespoon and Wotherspoon. He really needs to stop hanging over that balcony with a low-cut top on. Anyway, we've got a green room.
Woo!
Yay!
It's the green room. It's the greatest.
Shall we just drag the commoners up here for once, rather
Yeah,
than going all the way down to them?
are they all waiting outside the studio door?
Okay, given that there's a delay on the feed, we should probably give them enough of a warning that we're doing that. So we're going to drag the commoners up here.
Yes, and if you're not in the green room yet, why aren't you in the green room yet?
Yeah, what are you not doing in the green room? What are you doing that's more important than the green room?
Why are you not in the green room?
We could be feeding the green room. Okay, incoming. Best polite the song. Oh, up to 3.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
See?
Welcome, everyone.
Yes.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Don't sit on that. It's not dry.
Don't sit on that anyway. It smells a bit funny.
Yeah. We've been it's still wet from when Buck Naked was sitting there. That shows you how long ago that was.
Aw.
Oh dear. Right, Vocarius, have you pressed the button? Have you done it? Yeah, there we go. There's the magic.
Valkarius' magic thingy.
Yeah.
Mia to Kezenik.
Mia to Kezenik. Checkmate.
Mia to Kezenik. Come in, Kezenik.
Are you there?
I am. Hello.
Oh, wonderful. Hello. How are you and what have you been up to?
Since the last green room, I've been up to lots and lots of things.
I recognise your voice. I've met you before.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I recognise your voice, though.
Yeah, that's because I'm usually on.
Yeah, okay, that answers that then. Right, yeah. So you've been up to lots and lots.
So, yes, I came back from the Galactic Centre. I bought a shiny new fleet carrier, took it to Alpha Centauri, filled it with mugs and gin, and I'm currently dropping them off.
How excellent. Very nice. How long did that take you?
I spent 3 months out in Galactic Centre. I came back with about 12 billion, so it were enough to buy a carrier.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Have you got all mod cons on it, or have you kept it stripped down for mug storage only?
I've got some mod cons. I've got the bar, of course.
Yes, well, yeah.
Yeah, and a shipyard so I can keep my fleet on. But other than that, no, it's pretty boring.
Yeah. But, that's fine. It's there as a, it's a mug station mainly, isn't it?
Well, that's it. It's just mug storage, extra storage.
Excellent. That's good. So you hope to work your way up the too hot, too messy ranks then?
I'm trying to break the 1,000 club. I need to be there.
Yeah. What are you at the moment?
I think it's about just shy of 700.
That's not too bad. A fleet carrier full of them. You've got a steady supply without having to schlep all the way out to Hutton and back every time. So that's
that's
pretty good. Yeah. Excellent.
So yes, that's me. Quite boring, really. So for the
no,
mug,
not boring at all. That was good. Mug.
Hello, Vulcarius. How are you?
Quite well. Good evening, Hutton Orbital.
Good evening.
I was so gutted that I heard you went to DaveCon and we didn't get to meet face to face.
Yeah, there was a lot. Well, it was pretty much as Banter said. There was quite a lot to do. I remember he said, "Well, let's just cancel the quiz because it would just be in the way."
Yes.
Oh, that's such a. We have to meet at the next one.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I will absolutely endeavour to come to the next one.
That's good because I would really like a Vulcarius hug.
Oh.
Well, that usually costs a few credits.
No.
That's okay. I have credits in the bank. I'm mine.
I was going to say you save up Vulcarius and you might have enough for the next one.
How are you? What have you been up to?
How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah. So, well, what's going on with all this flim flam from the Federation? Then, as far as I can see, some odious establishment sting bum wants to yeet Rackham out, and they're treating him like some scambler and sending him to the growlery. And the only other person to get past the collywobbles, I'd say, is LCU No Fool Like One, and they won't even acknowledge him.
Yeah.
That's fake news. It's because he didn't turn up to the debate.
It gets more impressive every month.
But surely he's far
Yeah.
Debate, but I'm far too important.
It was a big one. There was lots of people there. It was a mass debate. They were all mass debating.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I'll shut up again.
Please do.
See, I don't follow politicking. I don't do the whole federation or imperial stuff. I'm a freelance.
Yeah, I mean, it was just casual interest, really. It was just some Federation nonsense was going on.
Ah.
I thought I'd just have a look now and then, and I'll look away again. Sod those guys. Although now you must be pretty excited for the subsurface extraction missiles.
Now, see, I get excited about anything that has the word missile in it.
Whoa.
Oh, well, but surely these ones are much better than the other things with missile. The uniquely augmented, unmodifiable Class 2 rating B enzyme missile rack with increased caustic damaging capacity. Not much better than that.
See,
well, that's a shout back.
I don't really do combat. I suck at combat. It's just absolute rubbish at combat.
But you've done subsurface mining though, right?
But anything that goes boom, oh yeah, subsurface mining is like one of my favourite things to do. Anything that goes boom.
Right, and I did say like a few months ago that we need you out there mining the Titan.
Oh wow, yeah. You know, we're gonna have to arrange something. I'll need to get in.
There's
the Ermintrude.
Have you done all the various things you need to do to access the Titan?
Oh, definitely not.
Well, it's a pretty good tour. Like if you've not really engaged with some of those like extra bits of alienish content that Frontier have added quite kindly, it's a good opportunity to do it all at once.
Okay.
Because
I've not done any of it, so.
The real quick rundown. So there are a few layers to the Maelstrom that you need to get through.
Okay.
The first stage, you just need a decontamination limpet. You do have to touch the kind of light caustic area.
Mm-hmm.
But a decon will see you through. That's no problem. You need to collect some stuff to get your caustic sink launcher.
Right.
Just before you do that, though, you need the corrosive cargo, which is metal alloys and such. So you got a few things to unlock.
So how fast can you unlock all this?
Well, so let's see, 16 metal alloys for the corrosive cargo.
I thought you could just buy them somewhere. Could you not?
Metal alloys.
You can buy metal alloys, yeah.
Or you can mine them.
The carborax, I thought you could just buy.
It'll take you a few hours trip to the first trip to the Maelstrom because you need to get some materials for the caustic sink launcher. Once you've got that, you then need another trip to the Maelstrom with caustic sinks because you need to bash your head against it a few times and be yeeted backwards. Because you collect data, so it gives you data when you do that. So you need to do that a few times. But then you need a green Guardian relic, which means you need to go out and find a Guardian relic. And then you need to find some Thargoid sensors, and then you need to go to an underground Thargoid site in an SRV and turn it green.
It seems very complicated.
I did say there are a few things. That gets you your pulse neutralizer. So once you've finally got that, you can actually get into through the asteroids and to the Titan bit. And then you could start with the missiles, but I should mention that entire process, you probably want to be in a ship that's engineered for silence, being very quiet, cold.
Okay. Would a Type 9 do that?
Technically, yes, but I wouldn't want to. You'll be chomping through caustic sinks because it's so slow to get through the heavy caustic area. Personally, Imperial Cutter. Although actually, a Type 9 will also be a bad choice for another reason. I would recommend something that's got over 20 mass lock factor. which means an Anaconda, Imperial Cutter, something like that.
Well,
ideally an Imperial cutter.
I have an Imperial cutter.
Yeah, the cutter's really good. So it's because it's got sit so fast. You want to get through that caustic zone as quick as possible.
Well, I mean, I don't normally fly it. See, my idea of Elite Dangerous is I jump on there to chill. I go to an asteroid field or a ice ring or whatever, and I just, float between the rocks and blow them up.
Well, if you do get to the Titan, you'll be floating around the Titan and spamming the hell out of next target because you want to stay away from those glaives.
You know what's really funny? I don't even care about the money side of things. I just like blowing rocks up.
There are actually asteroids you can mine around the Titan. Unfortunately, they're all standard asteroids, though.
I consider it very zen, relaxing.
You probably wouldn't if you were around the Titan.
Probably not.
It's if you're below 20%ish heat, then almost no Thargoids will actually notice you. The slight embuggerance is glaives. I have had a glaive at about 5 km. It kind of looked at me, and I hit the hell out of a heatsink, and it went away, which was good. But those things, like you could be in silent running, and a frigging glaive that gets within a couple of kilometers will still see you. Conversely, a Hydra, you can go within a kilometer and it still can't see you.
So if you don't touch them, they're still going to attack you, yeah?
Don't touch what?
If you don't do anything hostile towards them, do they just going to flat out attack you, no matter what?
What, the Thargoids patrolling around?
Yeah.
Well, I've not bumped into one. I don't know what would happen if you bump into. Although I suppose if you bump into one, it'll take damage. So, not quite. I'm not going to try it though.
Well, I'm really good. I'm really good at.
Yeah,
sorry.
If they see you, do they kill you?
Well, I'm really good at not bumping into things.
Well, they can't see you if you. So most Thargoids, so they need heat from your ship to see you, and if you're too cold, they literally can't see you.
Yeah, but if you're not too cold and they do see you, will they immediately attack?
Of course they will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then you're screwed.
That's what we were trying to clarify there.
I'm glad we clarified that.
That was a bit of an embuggerance as well, wasn't it?
It's okay enough being in a cutter. Even if a glaive does see you, one option, if you've got the heat sinks, is you could, as long as you stay silent running and you've got some multi-cannons, you could take out the glaive. But the other is that it just chases you out of the Titan and you just have to boost away and get yeeted back out again and jump away. So.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna have to do like an event or something and.
Yeah, there's a lot of steps to get through. I suppose if someone gives you a green relic, then we could skip the entire Thargoid sensors and the.
But I mean, doesn't that take away from the experience?
Yeah, I would say so. I suppose if you've done it before, then no. But I had not done any of that before. I had no idea that there were these underground sites you could go in an SRV and there are little flying scavengers to shoot at. So I had never seen any of it. So.
Well, I've clearly got work to do.
Yeah. Well, so do we. So I didn't
here.
get to mention it. What's that?
Same here. I've done none of it so far. I killed some scouts a couple of years ago, but that's all the Thargoiding I've ever done.
Oh, we should do it together. We should make
make
it like a make it like a work thing. Hutton work thing.
Yeah, we ought to get some weekend evening or afternoon stretching into an evening when all of us are available and set up an event.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be very
Vulcarius
cool.
has volunteered to actually be the guide and show us all what to do.
Yeah, because he knows everything.
I'll link you to a video. I'm not.
Oh, but that's
No. You've volunteered to turn up and show us in person. Just think how much more laughing you'll be able to do if you're watching us do it live.
Exactly. You'll watch us fuck up in ways you've never imagined.
if I don't have to do anything as such, like if I, do you mean just be in the voice chat?
Well, you can be in game as well, and standing well back and watching us be disastrously bad at it.
Yeah.
I don't jump more. I don't jump at all if I don't have to, and I'm definitely not jumping 700 light years.
Well, that's what multi-crew's for.
Oh, multi-crew.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I love multi-crew. It means I can sit back and chill while someone else does all the work.
But yeah, so we've got quite a bit to do as well. So I didn't get to talk about it last time, but if you remember Operation Redacted, which went spectacularly well, and yes, that was indeed its name. It's like its actual name. So for those who don't know, Imperial Navy Intervention and Rescue launched a bit of a special initiative because we were trying to find out whether the Thargoids can attack us straight from a maelstrom, or if not, then if it's possible to clear them all out. So a while ago we cleared out HIP 9016, which was the difficult system we did there, which is probably around 30 times stronger than the usual empty system. So that made that safe for a month, after which the maelstrom could in theory attack it if it can attack. But during that month we cleared out a couple other attackers.
How long
so
ago
we know
was
that? So let's see. It was, we were doing the clearing, like I think ECM was like in the middle. So when we
how long before you know whether they will attack or not, or if they can attack?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, if it was last green room, we were still waiting for the result, but we have it now. And after the other attackers were cleared out to leave only the maelstrom, the result was no attack at all. It cannot attack.
Okay.
So
Science.
Since then, oh yes, this was science. This was real science, not like canon Interstellar.
Science.
Oh, them's fighting words.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
We're
going to mute my
We're going to
mic.
have to get a formal response to that allegation from LCU next week.
Yes.
I can only hear LCU's voice. His voice is in my head at the moment for some reason. I'm going to beat for that on radio. It won't play the show.
Yes. Well, Gary says we scienced the shiz out of that.
So yeah, that was a couple of weeks ago now, and we've cleared out a little safe area since then, like right next to the maelstrom. It's Ligong if you're interested. And yeah, a couple of weeks later, where we are now, still hasn't been attacked. So we're quite happy about that.
They might just be biding your time, waiting for everything to calm down. You know, everyone's going, oh, they're going to attack. And then, oh, they're not going to attack. And then suddenly...
Yeah. Well,
they've attacked.
Because, they got brains, those Thargoids.
Possibly. It was, so Alexandra wrote that up, and it was considered that it could just be a longer amount of time, and it was in the notes. But it's probably, with all probability, it's probably not. They probably just can't attack.
Okay.
That sounded less sciencey. Yeah, probably.
No, that sounds very sciencey. Probably this, probably that. It's very sciencey.
Yeah.
It's not the usual.
The sciencey thing you see is, we just don't know.
Well, we know we know that they don't work like control systems.
Yeah.
Buggers would have
It's
attacked
called the
already.
scientific method. You poke it and you see which bits fall off.
Yeah.
Hit it with a stick.
Well, somebody's having a cup of tea.
Yeah.
You also get to see what bits get really angry. You give it a prod and goes, oh, that's an angry bit.
And yeah, so while we were clearing that chunk, what happened then, as soon as the galaxy at large knew that maelstroms don't attack, basically all the Imperial forces back over at Haddad got together in that week, and they did the same thing. They took an empty system by Haddad. So yeah, just this last week we headed back over there to help out, and we bit of a joint operation, no comms, but a joint operation nonetheless. We took Montiok, which is now the new strongest system that anyone has taken. So I'm sure you can all commence maffing our achievement after the show.
like a good graphic.
Do you have them all written down?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Just have like a poster-sized piece of paper on the wall with all the words.
I suppose
He
that would
lives
be
in a
the
whiteboard.
infographic. Please, we use chalk in the Empire.
Okay, chalkboard.
What colour of chalk? No, it's not a chalkboard. No, they use chalk on the board.
It's not. What do you mean? What colour chalk? Chalk is white. It doesn't. If it was not white, it wouldn't be bloody chalk, would it?
Yeah.
If it was bloody chalk, it would be red, because blood does that to almost anything.
Or pink. Oh,
Sorry,
pink
but
chalk.
my children would argue otherwise.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
There is many colours of chalk.
Technically not chalk. It's...
Yes.
dear.
There you are, the voice of sanity.
Chalk with crushed up other stuff in it. It may not be chalk itself, but the chalk stick.
The only voice is sanity in Hutton.
Yes.
Oh, crumbs. I'm not sure I want that.
Oh, that's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
I bet whoever manufactured that made it edible as well.
No, we have a definitive answer from a true expert in chalks.
I think you'll find edible
Beetlejude has declared that chalk can be many colours of chalk in a chalky way.
Yes.
And
You'll find
Beetlejude uses
very
chalks
clear.
to draw. Therefore, she is, by definition, correct.
the Hutton expert.
She is the expert.
You'll also find that edible coloured chalk is actually called Edinburgh Rock.
I love that stuff. I miss Edinburgh Rock so much.
It is edible coloured chalk.
It is so tasty. I love it.
Yeah, I love it as well.
It doesn't dissolve.
Yeah.
It crumbles.
It crumbles and then dissolves.
Yeah, I love it.
So good.
Unlike Blackpool Rock that just sticks.
Yeah, Blackpool Rock's there to pull your fillings out.
Yeah.
We're off topic. Vicarious. This is more meant to be about you.
I was kind of done, to be honest. Well, now that you've mentioned it, if you've got something called Edinburgh Rock,
Yeah.
bring that to the next ECM because I've
Oh yeah,
never
we'll
heard of
do.
it.
I will do. You can draw on a
You've never heard of Edinburgh Rock?
You've never
Nope.
had Edinburgh Rock?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Have you had tablet?
Oh, goodness me.
Tablet?
Yeah. Have you? You've never had tablet?
Not a tablet. Tablet that's
Just-
made
yeah.
from sugar, vanilla, and vanilla and condensed milk. It's great. That's why Scottish people have no teeth.
It instantly dissolves your teeth. It's the most sickening stuff on the planet.
I mean, my teeth are still intact, so obviously not.
Yeah, okay, we'll get you some.
It's wonderful stuff. I will concur.
Yes.
Yep.
Good tablet is just the best. I am in Scotland, so I can get you some. But it will mean that you need to share some contact information with me. You might not want to do that.
I think I'll pass.
No, it's fine.
No, it's worth it, genuinely.
Mia,
I've mostly stopped sending dog poo in envelopes now.
Mia, if I give you a chunk of cash, can you get a bundle of it for everyone at the next event? People can try
Just get a bundle of it for everyone at the next event.
I'll chip in.
You save your cash and buy, I don't know, buy beers.
I like beer.
Hutton Orbital tablet.
Hutton Orbital tablet. Oh, living the dream.
But we did have our own coffee.
We did. I've not bought any in ages, but we have our own coffee.
That stuff is insane.
Hutton Rock.
Hutton tablet.
Hutton tablet, Hutton Rock, Hutton macaroon.
Imagine having a slab of tablet with Hutton coffee.
Yes. Macaroon.
You wouldn't sleep for a year.
Macaroon.
The problem with Hutton Rock is I can't help but think the Hutton Rock would be something like...
Oh, yeah.
And completely miss the point.
Oh, I'm grooving to that tune.
Tablet is diabetes on a stick, though. It's literally one bite and you won't want any more.
And remember,
tablet do you
No,
have?
you
It's not
shouldn't
a
have
stick.
any
What?
more.
You don't got any more.
You really shouldn't.
yeah,
have.
a lot in one
tablet
go.
is like a flat slab, so it's like a slab tablet kind of thing.
That's why they call it
And it's
tablet.
broken up into bits, yeah.
Yeah.
But also macaroon, not macaroon.
Oh, yeah.
Not those little round things. No, this is a bar of stuff. It's like a kind
Yeah.
of half
Macaron
fondant.
bars.
Yeah, thin layer of chocolate.
That is
and
nice, though. That
toasted coconut on the outside of it. And do you know what that fondant's made from? See that inside bit, the white stuff on the inside? Do you know what that's made from?
sugar.
I don't actually know.
Mashed potato.
Really?
That is a mashed... Well, I think some of the newer ones are just kind of sugary, but yeah, the original one was made from a mashed potato fondant.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Anyway, Vulcarius.
Anyway, thank you all for the show. Hail the Empress, and for the mug.
For the mug.
For the mug.
For the mug. Where were we?
I suppose that was
Flossy
me
to
now
Aidan.
then, isn't it? 3 to Aidan, yes. How are you doing, Aidan?
I'm fine, thanks, Flossy. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. So what you been doing with yourself?
Well, certainly today I've spent a decent amount of time shooting things in Ross 671, but not been able to do much earlier in the week.
All right. Aye.
But other than that, nothing exciting. I think the closest bit of excitement is I'm getting ready for my annual trip away from the island of Britain.
All right. Whereabouts you going then?
I'm off to Montego Bay.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Well, I
Very
say nice.
nice.
I've never been myself, so I don't know what it's like, but it sounds nice.
Yeah. This time in 2 weeks' time, I will have been there for a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I will.
Well,
I
not
will
jealous.
return on the same day as the next green room.
Wow. So
Oh,
you're,
right.
you're away for almost a month then, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
I'm away for a fortnight.
Okay. That's amazing. Montego Bay though, eh? Nice.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
so
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy it. And
Well, I'm stocking up on my books that I need to take with me.
all right.
So
Yeah.
see whether or not
A
I
lot of
actually
reading.
read any of them. But I did when I went on holiday last time.
Oh yeah.
But,
Nice.
yeah.
Aidan's gone to the Caribbean. Jamaica. No, he wanted to.
Yes, that's what I called it, Montego Bay, not anything else, Mia.
Yeah,
I
we still managed
I
to
knew
crowbar that joke in there though, didn't we?
I knew somebody else was going to make the lame joke, so
Yes.
I thought I'd
Hutton
leave
Orbital,
it
where
to
old
the,
jokes go to die.
Yeah,
That's where
Well,
all
and
jokes
then
never
get
die.
and then get resurrected and put
Yeah.
it to
In a
put back into
strange
use.
zombie format.
But I figured somebody on the radio crew would like to use the joke, so
That was very generous of you.
well, you know,
In the
these
absence of chips, I'm glad I could pick up on that one.
well, you know, you have to do these things for the greater glory of Dog and the Mug.
Yes. You're really by far too kind to us, but yeah, you have a fantastic holiday then. That sounds like it's going to
Yeah.
be brilliant.
Yeah, well, that's it really. Yeah, for the Mug.
Okay. For the mug.
Mug.
Thank you.
That means it's me to Mia.
Hello.
Hello. Long time no
Hello.
speak.
Yeah. I mean, it's been literally nearly a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
In game, I haven't done much. I'm still out still out by the Formadine Riff, still looking at odd-shaped vegetables.
It can keep.
And yeah, so that's pretty much for that. I've been doing some. I've switched my attentions for a wee while to sort of SRV racing simulations. Been doing a wee bit of that, and building tiny dioramas. I'm now learning to be an electrician.
Yeah.
By wiring
Oh,
up
you're lighting them.
LEDs. I soldered things and didn't die.
Wow.
I'm so
did
impressed.
you burn yourself?
No, I didn't burn myself. I was lucky not to burn myself.
I once managed to karate chop a soldering iron off the side of a table,
Oh, nice.
which burnt a neat hole in my little finger and a neat hole in the carpet. That was fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds pretty grim. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done that. Not yet, but, aspirations
You'll get
and
there.
all that.
Plenty of
kind
time
thing.
yet.
Yeah, it's early days. So that's about it for me at the moment. So I'm just going to say, for the mug.
Well, that was brief. Mug.
Yeah.
Mug. It's me to talk to Flossy. Hi, Flossy.
Hiya.
How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
What have you been up to?
Well, I've been doing lots of cross stitch recently.
Is that knitting?
Cross stitch? No, it's embroidery. Where you make little crosses to make pictures.
Ah, what are you making?
I could show you a picture if you like.
Actually, a picture of this. This is good. You'll be impressed. Honestly, this is pretty nice.
Can I show everyone?
Hey.
Can I show everyone? Too late. Showed everyone.
There you are. There's a link. Wait.
All right. Let me.
So by the time my birthday comes, everyone's going to see it.
Let me see. Where is it? Did you send it through Facebook or?
There's link.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
In the chat.
Let me open this link. And
fully work.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Hope it works for non-members, if you're not a member.
Yeah, it works.
Get this up as a website. Should work easily enough. Fingers crossed. Did I press the buttons correctly? Live button pushing.
Yes.
And it didn't work. Oh, here we go.
Still showing the green room.
Woo! Nice. Wow, that looks intricate.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
That is a nice piece of. That's a nice
As you
piece of.
see by the date at the bottom, it's coming up to that time.
Yes. Flossy's going to hit the big 7-0.
Yeah.
And if any of our listeners want to send any huge gifts or large amounts of cash, they can be sent care of Cubicle 3, Hutton Orbital, near Eden.
Does that make you a septuagenarian?
Sept, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
So
Robbie he was in February, so I'll catch up with him.
Yeah.
Kezanik is asking if we can sing. I am sure we're going to sing on...
When the time comes.
Yeah, when the time comes.
Oh, we will do that, yeah.
I'm just hoping that showing this thing doesn't put the mockers on I don't make it or something.
You better go on with that. You've got work to do. I was going to say you get your work cut out for you, but you know what I mean.
I need to frame it, yes. Which, I'm getting a frame coming tomorrow for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to de-thread it every year and change the number as you go? Or...
No. This will just be for myself.
Go on.
I might make another one if I reach 80. I don't know, but
maybe a cliquet over the top, a different number.
No, that stays exactly as it is.
That's a nice milestone. I hope you're doing something for that birthday. Something nice.
I don't know. We're going down the pub on the night. Having a bit
That's nice.
A
party there.
You were live from the pub that you were last time.
Except it's on the day. It's on a Saturday night, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, you'll be alright then. Yeah.
Pubs are good.
Nice.
Nice.
You take a wee trip out in the old MG and go for a wee buzz about and let Robbie buy you a nice meal somewhere.
Hopefully.
You can drink champagne. He can drive.
He's trying to think of something somewhere to take me or something.
Oh, the Norfolk Broads.
That's well, I think.
Where did you go? You went to. Now you and Robbie. I remember this one. It was like 90. Oh, you and Robbie went to a ham radio festival thing, didn't you, on your honeymoon?
Oh goodness me, yeah.
Yeah. That would be. I mean, where was that?
Valley.
Where was that?
It was near Derby.
Yeah. That would be nice fun to revisit.
Derby Amateur Radio Rally. Yeah. Brilliant.
That might be a nice one to revisit, though.
Well, I don't know
think
if they
they'll
even
have the
still
amateur radio rally going, but you know.
Yeah, that was our wedding anniversary. That would be our wedding anniversary anyway.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's our golden wedding next year.
Oh, jeez, it's all coming thick and fast. You'll need to do a 50 one as well. Yeah.
Aye.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, we had Derek's 40th last year. It's our 70th this year. And then we've got our golden wedding next year.
Golden wedding next year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's an exciting 12 months. That's really cool.
Nice.
So, so that's next August. We'll go to that.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Flossy, what's your advice for a long and prosperous marriage?
Separate rooms.
To put you completely on the spot.
Go deaf and don't buy hearing aids.
Video gaming.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just always trust each other, love each other.
They do say 90% of marriage is just shouting "what" from separate rooms.
What?
Well, if I haven't got my hearing aids in, yeah.
Told you, go deaf and don't buy hearing aids, but you weren't listening clearly.
I've always been told the main thing about marriage is it's a massive game of would you rather.
Yeah.
I did hear someone once say it's a partnership, but no one said it's an equal partnership.
Or a civil one, for that matter. Quite.
Or a civil one, yeah.
Melter of Snowflakes in chat says the secret is at least 2 computers.
Yeah.
I think one
confirm.
of the main things I was taught when I was young, and I try to hold up today, is to never go to bed on an argument.
Yeah, I've had that one.
Yeah, they're really uncomfortable. Mattresses work much better.
Never go to bed in roller skates either.
They can make getting up for a wee in the middle of the night very interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, I had to go up the other night, and Rob, being so considerate and trying to be helpful, turned the light on. Wait, he turned it on really. It was really bright. I went, don't turn it off. See, I prefer to find my way in the dark.
Yeah,
because then I don't wake up too much.
Yeah,
and then get back to sleep.
Yeah, and your eyes are adjusted to the dim light.
Yeah,
and you know the way, so you know. Yeah. Why would you switch the light on?
Kisnick has got it bang on.
What is Kisnick?
As
Flossy
the jingle
tells
says.
You what to do.
Yes, Flossy tells you what to do. He does indeed. And you do it.
Robbie's words to live by.
Plus the fact he does all the cooking. So.
Oh, he's a keeper.
What can I ask for?
Yeah. And he's got an MG.
Yeah, I have it at the moment. I'm not quite sure how much longer we'll have it.
Oh.
I haven't used it this last year.
Have you?
No, I'm not sure.
An MG what? Because if you've got a new
MG,
an MG car.
GT, what is it? TF.
Nice.
MG TF, I think it is. Yeah.
Nice. I was going to say, if you've got a new MG, you've effectively just got a Chinese car.
No, not a new one. It's old enough to be a proper MG.
Yeah.
So have you been up to anything else, Flossy?
Anything else? No, not really. Just usual sort of boring shopping, stuff like that.
All the norms.
And I've not really been in game much.
No?
I keep coming online, looking around, thinking, what should I do? I don't know, logging out again.
What happened to all the land-based combat that you were doing?
Oh, I did actually do some the other night.
Space legs?
Yeah, I just felt like doing a bit of ground combat, so I had a look. It was actually, that system I think that we were in last time when we were in the carriers and...
when they did the live stream.
Was it that one? I know I just happened to... It was one of the system that one of my carriers happened to be in, and I thought, oh, look, all those at war, so I went to one of the combat zones.
Oh, look, there's a war on, so you shot somebody.
Yeah, she just picked a random person, like, you'll do, blam.
But now I know there's something going on in Hutton, I can do something there, can't I?
Oh,
actually,
yeah.
maybe actually help. Or hinder.
Be careful when you pick your
Ross
side.
671 and shake them up, Flossy.
Yeah, give them a good telling what to do.
Though I'm a bit conflicted this week because I've got the CG as well. But then that's always the case when there's stuff to do. Like when there was stuff to do for Hot Call last time, I was doing the CG.
You know what? You can only be in one place at a time.
Yeah,
It's a pity
like all
this
these
game's
cameras,
dead, isn't
only
it?
one at a time. Yeah.
We just pick whatever one
used to
suits
have
you
an
at the time and go with it.
MGP Melter of Snowflakes. We had an MGP GT years ago. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted then.
And it's an MGTF you've got now. I'm going to Google that and see what it looks like.
MGTF, yeah.
The MGTFs were... there's so many problems with them. How many of them have you had? Or have you got lucky?
It's like...
Only two.
They are fantastic looking things though, aren't they?
Yeah. I love it. And I don't want to part with it, but I don't know if
it must be
for long.
No disrespect, but it must be difficult for you and Robbie climbing in and out of that thing these days.
Hey, not too bad.
Yeah.
Well, I have lost a fair bit of weight this last year, so
yeah.
I'm a bit more nimble than I used to be.
So you can just step over the doors and straight in.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Daisy Duke doing that.
Daisy Duke, yeah.
Anyway, I think...
Nope, go. You go.
That's probably it for me.
I'll look out for you if you're ever on Bangers and Cash then.
Bangers and Cash,
Bangers
not Bangers
and
and
Cash,
Mash.
yeah. They buy and sell like vintage cars and things like that. The auction of Mathewson's down in Yorkshire.
Oh yeah, all right.
So they're on the telly.
All right.
Yeah, that's my input.
I'm just having a look on here to see if I've got any pictures on here.
Pictures.
Pictures
are good.
MJ. Blank page, there they are.
Are they up online and are they linked? Do they have a website?
On Imgur. There might be. Oh, I've got some on Facebook. What am I thinking of?
Just link me and I will put the website up for everyone to see.
We need the gallery theme from Take Heart, don't we?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Which one's Morph?
I'll be Morph. I'm sure that's what I sound like to you lot anyway.
Right, well, Flossy, if you send me the link, I will put it up as soon as you get it.
Yeah.
In
the
meantime, are you gonna for the mug?
Yeah. Okay. For the mug.
For the mug.
For the mug. Let me get that link up.
Where are you getting that link up?
You can now distract Amelia.
Yeah, what have you been up to, Amelia? Come on.
What have I been up to? Oh God, bloody cookies.
That's what you've been up to.
Decline. Oh no, I can't see it.
Have you been baking, haven't you?
Yes, I'm going to post a recipe for my new upside down cake in the credits, I think. Not these credits, so I'm going to put them permanently in the credits. But it's so simple. Step 1, bake a cake. Step 2, trip over mooncake.
Yeah.
That's it.
Who also has the word cake in her name.
Yes. Step 1, bake a cake. Step 2, trip over mooncake. And then you have an upside down cake.
Yeah.
Just checking. If you can't get hold of a mooncake, will any cat do?
Yes, or dog.
Oh yeah,
okay, great.
yeah.
Dog or cat. I don't think that's restrictive.
Yeah, dogs are particularly good for that because what they like to do is lie there and lie there to actually step over them and then go, oh no, I'm moving, and get up where you get one leg either side of them. They love that stuff.
But
then they know there's floor cake is coming.
This time next week, I am hoping she will be a little more placid because she has an operation coming, a pretty big one.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that operation.
Yes.
And the snip. So hopefully she'll be a little less boisterous because she is an absolute nightmare at the moment, and she's getting big. She's getting so big.
Yeah.
So I mean, as you can see from the news image, which is gone now, but yeah.
Is that not an image of an actual Bengal tiger?
No, that's Mooncake.
All right, that was Mooncake. Okay.
That's Mooncake going blep. But no, she's gotten into the habit of jumping higher than you can than you're standing.
Okay.
You know?
For fun.
Yes. Usually while you're doing something important.
Suddenly there's a cat bouncing up the stairs.
Yeah.
Hello.
She's very boisterous. As for Elite Dangerous, I have not been playing Elite Dangerous. I'm sorry to say I have fallen into the fad that is Starfield.
Yes. How is Starfield? Are you enjoying it still?
Oh, no.
It's I really like it, but it is Skyrim in space.
Okay.
But I liked Skyrim, so if you like Skyrim, then it's brilliant. The story's great. You can customize your own ship.
Nice.
Appearance-wise and, ability-wise.
Yeah.
And
I do have a question about that.
Yeah?
Well, if in space no one can hear you scream,
yeah,
can they hear you shout like a Dragonborn?
No.
No.
Oh, it's not Skyrim then.
But I mean...
You tell me next that there's no dragons in it.
Or indeed there's no soldiers with arrows to the knee.
Yeah. They probably took a laser to the knee. I used to be an adventurer, but then I took a laser to the knee.
Is there a Space Thieves Guild?
I don't know. I haven't gone that far yet. But there.
That's how the Space Thieves Guild works, though. You don't know until they invite you.
I know that there's a pirate faction thing. I haven't done it yet, though. I know it exists. But I mean, it's very similar to like Fallout or Skyrim, where you have lots of different factions. You can choose to join them or not. And it's an open universe, so you can just go wherever you like and do whatever you like. And you have your ship and you have your crew and you can recruit people. And
that sounds like a lot of fun.
But what I find is that it is incredibly pretty.
Yes.
It's insanely pretty, like Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous level of pretty. It's really nice. But, I mean, I can see why it wouldn't be for everyone. Because it plays like Skyrim or Fallout.
I have never played either of those games.
You've missed out.
You've missed out, yeah. Big time.
Yeah.
I've never played them.
And I know.
But I mean, I can't say much else because I don't want to spoil it for anyone out there who is playing it or wants to play it. Because the story is very cool. And I'm enjoying it. But the story is kind of like, I've got to be careful what I say because I will spoil it. It's a very easy story to spoil because basically from the get-go, you're already enthralled. It's one of those kinds of stories where it's like, oh, okay, I want to play this. And I ended up playing it several times. The first playthrough was just the main storyline. Because it was so enthralling a story. It was good. I liked it. But yeah, other than that, and other than... Oh yeah, I've been writing reviews for games.
Cool.
Oh, I used to do some of that years ago.
Putting my linguistic skills, my writing skills to the test, and they've been
very good.
Getting game developers and a Tiswas. Oh, you haven't done that word yet. Tiswas.
Tiswas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do that one?
No, Tiswas was a Saturday morning television programme.
Yeah, but it's also a word.
Well.
Yeah.
This is Saturday, watch and see.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I've been getting game developers in a Tiswas.
Fly dance. Oh.
Been having
Phantom Flan Flinger, Trevor McDonagh.
Been having game developers be very unhappy with me.
Have you? You must be doing it right then.
I know, because I've been laying into them something chronic. So,
well, you know, if their games are crap, what do they expect?
That's the thing; they're not crap games.
Oh, okay.
But I do.
You just didn't say you loved them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put it over in a kind of sarcasm. I use sarcasm a lot when I review stuff.
Yeah.
No, really?
Yeah. and condescension. That's a big one for me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does that work for you?
So the apology officer knows that means talking down to people.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's very sweet of you. Thank you.
The apology officer's height, they're used to that.
My height, people speak down to me all the time. Yeah. You know this now.
Oh, God. But yeah, other than all of that, I'm just going to for the mug it.
Yeah.
For the mug.
For the mug.
Mug.
It's me again to talk to Lizzo.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. You've been up to anything special?
Well, amazingly, for the first time since Easter, I actually have spent some time in game.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So
I've been doing alien biology, going around with the Dysonator and sucking up samples.
Yeah,
and
I
realised as I set off doing it that it was the first time I'd done it since Alpha.
Oh, right. So we got on there.
Since Odyssey was released, what was it, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I hadn't gone out and done any xenobiology.
Oh, how are you finding it then?
I'm really enjoying it.
It's good,
really
isn't it?
doing the money as well, obviously, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's paid for my fleet carrier upkeep for a few more months because my carrier had run out of cash. Oops.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's fixed. I still had some, but the carrier didn't. So thankfully, I got that sorted in time.
Well,
and
I've started
it's
doing
good
is
for a few more
putting
days
all
now.
my money into my carrier and then just taking bits out as if I need it.
It's probably a good idea, actually.
That way I know it's going to get paid.
Yeah, I might have to do that next time I'm in game. Yeah. So that's been fun.
Yeah. I'm hoping to get another fleet carrier for Flossy 3 this time.
Oh yeah.
I got a fair bit of cash in the gold rush.
Yeah.
And I thought, if I get a bit more, I could maybe get a fleet carrier. So.
Nice.
Yeah, the last CG I didn't get much, so I'll try again this one.
I really need to get in and make a proper chunk of cash so I can switch on all of the other optional components on my fleet carrier. I've got about half of them, but I'm missing a lot, and I'd like to get them all installed. So I need about another 2 billion for that, and 1 billion for the upkeep on it for a while.
Yeah,
3 or 4 billion. That should take 20-30 minutes to earn, shouldn't it?
Flossy 3 got about 6 billion, but I think I need a little bit more than that to give myself a bit of leeway.
6 billion will get you on with not much switched on, but it won't leave you anything to run it on. So
it wouldn't leave me much either. Yeah.
No.
So I just want to get a bit more, just to get a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, you need. I think you need about 8 or 9 really to get it and enable everything and be able to run it for a while. So I'm getting there. I've got about 1 billion in the bank at the moment, and I'm thinking another 2 really.
Yeah. So
Other
anything
than
else?
That, no, I've been doing real life in real life, and nothing particularly exciting there. And not a lot. I'm planning on playing Starfield, but haven't yet.
I don't know if I'll bother.
But then again, I'm still playing Skyrim.
I don't want too many games.
They've already started developing mods for it.
Yeah. But I'm still playing Skyrim, so what can you say? It is a good game, Skyrim.
You're giving your game mods.
You can.
Oh, there's some great mods for Skyrim.
Yeah, armors and expansions so that you have new land masses or spells, or you basically.
No. There's mods for Skyrim that turn dragons into Thomas the Tank Engine. What more do you need to know?
Yeah, there is that too. Unfortunately.
That may have been a pun on mods,
Yeah, we were just ignoring that and hoping you'd go away.
That's never really happened.
Never worked, does it? Sorry.
Sorry.
Yes.
Please continue. I apologise for interrupting.
That's quite alright.
Yes, continue.
But yeah, not much other than that, really. I guess for the mug.
For the mug, thank you.
Mug.
Mug.
Which just leaves Mia to talk to the interloper in the room who snuck in after everybody else.
Who
Little
snuck
Grey.
in after everybody? I thought we were done. I was getting ready for bed. Who sneaked in after everybody else?
Little Grey.
I snuck in hours ago. I don't know what you're on about.
Ages ago. That was donkeys ago. Little Grey came in. I think you were one
We've
of the
been
first
talking
people
for a long
to speak
time.
in the room, weren't you?
Out of time as well. Yeah, I'm clearly
But
following the procedure well.
Nobody has actually spoken to you and asked you how you're doing.
No.
And what you're doing. So how are you doing? And what are you doing?
And why are you here?
And why are you here?
Good. That is a
Bothering
great
people.
question. Why am I here and not in
Why
bed?
does anybody turn up here?
Why are any of us here?
Why? What's the point
Just
in
why?
living?
It's all pointless. Right. What have you been up to?
Well, I have also not really played a lot lately. I don't know. Maybe it was the CG that we didn't achieve, and it was like, oh well, I can't be bothered anymore.
Oh no! Don't be like that. Bad enough when I'm like that.
But
I've going about this CG complaint has already started. It won't complete. It won't complete.
It's hard to find the stuff you need, isn't it? Looking because that is what I'm doing. I've done one drop of 500 ton already.
Well, I've just decided to go mining. It's easier.
On the stream of things that people have never done, I have not done mining ever successfully. I think I might have gone out somewhere with a laser and completely messed it up and didn't completely wasted my time.
Oh, you've done mining then.
I just love mining.
That's what mining is.
But I'm kind of interested in going into the maelstroms.
Yeah.
But
Sounds
I haven't.
dangerous though, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, and also the amount. It's one of those ones, isn't it, where it's just becoming such a massive task to achieve.
Yeah.
That I'm getting less likely to do it.
Just get on with it.
I will eventually. It's just when I can only play for maybe a couple of hours, like a week or something.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be going around in circles looking for.
I know what you mean.
Think of it as a Zen experience. It's very Zen and relaxing.
I'd say think of it as lots of little separate goals. There are lots of sub goals to achieve on the way.
Yeah. Or take a cheap ship and go really fast and see how far you get before you die.
I mean, there's that. I suspect it'll probably be that.
It'll be that one. I can see it. Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, pretty much. You'll hit the heavy caustic zone and your hull will just go 60, 40, 20 gone.
Oh.
At least it can count.
I'll just get a ship made up. What does caustic stuff not eat? Glass? Plastic? Does it eat plastic? It eats plastic, doesn't it?
Yeah, get a ship made of glass. That'd be effective.
Yeah.
Which ship in the game is most glass? It's probably the Beluga, isn't it?
Beluga's got a fair amount of glass on it, yeah. And if you need to fend off Stargoids, you can fit a big glass cannon on the front.
Just boop it.
Yeah.
Although you'd be okay in the cockpit on the ass.
Boop it with a Beluga. Boop.
But in terms of playing Elite, I'm still plodding along with. I think we're on V3 now of the Hot Fob, as it was named by Valkyrius, and
it's the hob fob.
Sorry,
Hutton Orbital box full of buttons.
Oh, nice.
So instead of it being a square, as people saw it at the DaveCon, not DaveCon. It's now. I've arranged it so it will effectively sit nicely at the bottom of a standard size keyboard. So you can sort of use your normal keyboard and then use this button board underneath it, and because
so it's arranged in sort of a line to give it a little split level effect.
It's let's not get carried away. It may
With a
have
little
a 3D
path down the
printed
middle.
bracket to just tilt it slightly.
It's a row of buttons.
It's a row of buttons,
Yeah.
and they will, because Valkyrius did magic,
Yeah.
do things on the computer, and I will eventually get round to working out how to make a second layer that tells you what the buttons might be doing if you ask them nicely. So yeah,
Are they,
there is.
Are they nose boopable for co-pilots?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, that's the answer. Is yeah, if you want.
Done worse things.
Because cats like to walk over keyboards and things, so it's nice to give them something to do. I mean, they wouldn't do it, but
panel heater, and then you can guarantee cat will sit on it because it's warm.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did actually post a screenshot of it and me playing Elite at the same time for some reason into Discord if someone felt the need to have a look. Although, for curious, are you not on our Discord? Because I can never find you.
I'm not on any Discord. I installed it once and it wanted a phone number and I closed it, and then I tried to open it again and proceed without a phone number long enough to discover when the hot bus was going to Colonia, and then I deleted it.
Oh. Fair enough.
I don't think I've ever given my phone number.
No, I don't think I've given phone numbers to things.
It said you had to do a phone verification.
Yeah, well, it's got your email address.
So it's got a phone number in just for them, for like a dual factor authentication.
Yeah, well, it tells you it's just for that.
Yeah, I don't give random sites. I don't give my phone number out.
Discord's hardly random, is it?
So maybe Valkyrius, I'll work out a way to send you a screenshot of what I'm working on the forum instead.
Yeah, you've already messaged me on the forum before. It's quite easy. So
yeah, actually, to be honest, I may as well just post it on the thread and say, "Haha, here's V2 or whatever version number I'm on," because I'm the best at versioning.
If you want to show it to everyone else, then I'd make a separate thread. I don't know where I put it. Probably not really in player tools. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I only joined the forum because someone said, "Hey, look, here's some pictures of it working," and I went, "Aha, I should probably join that," and I have not looked at it since. So yeah, as you can see, I'm feeling very chaotic and quite disorganized, and for the mug.
Mug.
Is that us then?
That is. Except there is one last thing to do,
yes.
and that is we have a mug winner. Are you ready, Flossy?
Oh, yes, we do have a mug winner now. This week's mug winner is Norbert Patino.
Oh, yes.
So, Norbert, if you're out there, send an email to itookpart@huttonorbital.com with all your details of name, address, etc.
Inside leg.
All that lot.
Outside leg.
With a screenshot of your cockpit, your
that
spaceship
nearly went wrong.
cockpit.
That's just at the top of the inside leg, yeah?
It's showing your commander name.
No.
No, honestly, you can send it whenever you like.
Yeah. And you will eventually receive a mug.
Yeah.
Just send us a screenshot to prove it's you.
Yes. Speaking of which, Commander Kesenik was in the chat, weren't they?
Yes.
Commander Kesenik, yeah. Did you know
you nearly won again this week. But I said, no, you won last week.
Did you know you were last week's mug winner?
Yeah, I've sent an email.
Oh, okay. Did I answer you?
No.
Okay.
Check the spam.
I think you owe him an apology.
Yeah, I would apologise, but
But you just can't get the staff.
I'm getting rid of all the Twitch messages just now, and I just saw your name come up as I asked that question. I was like, yeah, I bet that's the same guy. Yeah, I have your email here. I will pass your details on to Cow, and we'll see about getting your mug sent away.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome.
Well, I think that's it for tonight, unless anyone would like to add anything else. I'll take that as a no. So, as is tradition on a green room evening, would all the people who attended the green room like to shout out for the mug at the end of the klaxons? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not running sound today.
Oh, God. Here we go.
For the mug!
For the mug! For that mug.
No journey too long and no cargo too small. The profit margins never really mattered at all. We're gonna take the cargo where it's needed today. Super cruising all across the Milky Way. We'll take anything, anytime, anywhere. Loading up the T-9s to the brim with grain. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug. Flossy always seems to crash into the sun. Swivel likes the pilot on the Xbox One. Alvin at the front, you know he leads us well. Trucking across the galaxy, now everybody yell. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. To go cruising to Hutton, whoa, no journey too long and no cargo too small. The profit margins never really mattered at all. We're gonna take the cargo where it's needed today. Super cruising all across the Milky Way. We'll take anything, anytime, anywhere. So shout it out loud like you don't even care. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug. Now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song. For the mug, yeah, you know just where we're coming from. For the mug, now everybody sing the Hutton Trucker song.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. Everyone's buggered off now, so why don't you bugger off too?
Seamless.